Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days. For today's video, day 10 will take us to the 16th of June. And we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the GFS and ECM ensembles because they run around a couple of weeks. And we'll have a look at the CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. So we'll get us into the early part of July. So I'll get on that for you in a moment. I just want to say thank you so much to all of you once again for all the lovely messages that you've been sending about the passing of my mum, Mrs. P, who died on the 27th of May. So you've all been sending your messages on YouTube and across social media. And it's been unbelievable. The outpouring of love and support has been absolutely incredible. So I want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. I know most people have been incredibly moved by all of the messages that you've been sending. I am certainly incredibly moved, as is my family as well. So the support has been unbelievable. And yeah, you know, we've lost her, she's gone, but she'll remain in our hearts forever and will be a big part of the GavsWeatherVids, of GavsWeatherVids and the GavsWeatherVids community, of course. So she'll live on, you know, she'll live on through all of us. But thank you so much, you know, thank you so much, and incredibly kind. Obviously, the videos have been cut back recently. You know, I'm not doing as many videos. Some days I might take the day off. I took yesterday off, so I might not feel like doing a video up until the funeral, which is going to be on the 17th. It'll be a week on Friday. So until then, you know, I'll just do like one video a day for 10 to 14 days. Occasionally I might do two. We have got Glastonbury coming up, so I am going to try and get some updates done for Glastonbury because, you know, I love doing those. I love to give some updates for the Glastonbury goers, you know. I have not been able to do that since before the pandemic. I think last year was 2019. I was able to do Glastonbury updates. So I am going to try and do some Glastonbury updates, but otherwise, you know, the videos have been scaled back a lot, and some days there may not be a video until the funeral, and then after the funeral, of course, I will get everything back on track by July. You know, we'll be back, you know, fully firing on all cylinders, and even live streaming by then, and you know, we've got a lot of videos to come once we get later on into the summer. But at the moment, you know, I just need to cut things back a little bit, and I'm sure everybody understands about that. Right, so thank you so much, everyone, and let's get on with the video, shall we? So we're going to begin by having a look at what's happening in the tropical Atlantic, because we are only like 6 days into the official start of the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season, but we already have a tropical storm. We're at the National Hurricane Center website, and here we go. We've got Tropical Storm Alex just here. So Alex is currently giving maximum sustained winds of 65 miles per hour with a minimum central pressure of 9 millibars. And Alex is moving east-northeastwards at 28 miles per hour. Clicking on Alex and going here, we can see that this is forecast to become post-tropical in the next 24 hours or so. So current position of Tropical Storm Alex is just there. We'll go post-tropical by the look of it as it moves over the slightly cooler waters of the central North Atlantic. You know, through the early part of this week. Not particularly significant storm in itself, but the thing about this is that it's very, very early days to be getting any sort of tropical disturbance. We're only 6 days into the official start of this season. Already have a tropical storm. Looks like it's going to be another pretty big season, I think. These are this year's names. They're on the 2022 Atlantic Hurricane Season page at Wikipedia. So these are all of the names for this season. We've got Alex, as we know. We've got Bonnie. We've got Colin. We've got Danielle. We've got We've got Fiona. We've got Gaston. We've got Hermin. We've got Ian. We've got Julia. We've got Carl. We've got Lisa. We've got Martin. We've got Nicole. There's also Owen, Paula, Richard, Shari, Tobias, Virginie, and also Walter. This season. So we shall wait and see, of course, how far into this we get. You know, we're just here, first name at the moment. We'll wait to see how far into the columns we get. With the tropical Atlantic looking pretty warm, this is the latest sea surface temperature anomaly from now, with the tropical Atlantic, Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico all looking warmer than average. I reckon we'll probably get quite a way into into that list, especially again as we've got again an ongoing La Nina. La Nina is continuing through the Pacific, so combine La Nina with the warm temperature anomalies in the tropical Atlantic, and I think we're probably in for quite a big season again this year. So I would suspect we'll get quite a long way into this list, but of course we'll have to wait and see about that. But certainly this year's tropical storm / hurricane season is already up and running. Been chilly across some parts of the country this weekend. I'm sure you noticed it. I certainly did yesterday here in Northampton. It's a cold, grey, dull sort of summer day. It's still pretty chilly out there at the moment. Although there are some warm temperatures down in far southwestern corner. So Northwick, for example, is at 18 degrees. And we've also got 20 degrees at Exeter. However, go a little bit further north, very chilly at Westham. The Midlands only 11 degrees. Cranfield at just 12 degrees, Wellersbourne at just 12 degrees, Church Lawford just 11 degrees, Lakenheath at 12 degrees. So going through Midlands into Wales, like Wortham, we at 9 degrees, Capel gets just 10 degrees, then northwards of that into Northern England, 12 degrees at Doncaster and 12 degrees at Leaming. Where we got this cloud, it's really chilly, very, very chilly under the grey skies across central, eastern and northeastern areas. Out west, it's warmer though, so Tyrone, western Scotland is at 16 degrees, Aberdeen just 14 degrees over on the eastern side of Scotland, Belfast at 15 degrees too. So where the sun's out, of course, the sun's very strong at this time of year, so temperatures will respond as soon as the sun comes out. But where we have these grey, leaden skies, there it's another pretty chilly day. CT is currently standing at 13.1, which is 1 degree below average. That's provisional to yesterday, to the 4th of that's provisional to, what are we, we're 6, so that's provisional to Saturday. That's provisional to Saturday. 13.1, which is 1 degree below average. It's taking a little bit longer. I'm noticing since they've updated the CT page app, it's taking a little bit longer for the daily updates to come through. So, they're not updating quite as regularly, I don't think. It might be left over from bank holiday, but I have noticed it earlier, in previous days as well. So, anyway, up to the 4th, it's 13.1. It's about a degree below average. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles next week. So red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average. For London, we're a little bit below average with the upper air temperatures at the moment. By the weekend, we probably see the upper air temperature lifting up to go a bit above average. Then into the second half of June, just quite close to average, really, then, to be honest. Not a particularly big deviation. Precipitation-wise, going to be unsettled over the next few days. There will be further showers, if not some longer spells of rain to come. Perhaps a drier slot at the end of the week into the weekend, much as it turns a bit warmer as well. And then from around the middle of June onwards, in the second half of the month, probably getting a little bit more unsettled once more. Temperature anomalies from the 6th to the 14th of June are going to be around ever so slightly above average. So I think it's going to be a slightly warmer week to come than we've had through June so far. And precipitation anomalies from the 6th to the 14th of June around average, a little bit drier than average. In some areas, there is quite a bit of variation. So particularly like the far northeastern country, that's quite dry, as is the far west, southwest in between. It's a little bit closer to normal. The latest wind from map from earthnorthschool.net shows that we're bringing in an easterly flow today with an area of low pressure just to the southwest approaches. So this is how the latest UK Met Euro run is looking for midnight on Thursday. Low pressure will be out in the Atlantic then, and that's going to get closer by the end of the week, bringing wet and windy weather into the northwest. But not too much rain in the south, it will be a little bit warmer as well. with these southwesterly winds at the end of the week. Into the weekend, low pressure will be to the north of Scotland, that will bring further showery bursts, certainly to northern areas, not quite as showery as that down south. That's as far as the extra review can make you to midnight on Monday. Just a little ridge and begin to build in off the Atlantic, but still looking quite cool and showery. Icon looks like this again, low pressure coming in off the Atlantic, bringing wet and windy weather, especially to northern and western regions. Could be some summer gales there, not so far west of Scotland. And then we also weekend into open of next week, that low pressure will get out of way, move to Norway. And then a little bit of a ridge building from the southwest will bring something perhaps a little bit drier into western area, but not quite showery, really still under an upper level trough there, I think. So quite cool and still a little bit on the showery side. The GFS midnight run, again with low pressure in from off the Atlantic at the end of the week. That brings wet and windy weather into the northwest. But not too much rain in the south, will be a little bit warm as well, with those southwesterly winds going out some slightly higher temperatures into southern areas, but all looking quite unsettled, really. And then that low pressure pushes across the country later in the weekend into the beginning of next week. That probably take wet weather even into more southern areas by this time next week. After that, low pressure, not all that far away, it's around day 10, and then it begins to lift out a little bit, or tries to, as heights try and ridge in from off the Atlantic, but never really comes off. The high pressure is sort of still to our west, even into a very extended range, pulling in these cool, showery northwesterly winds. And right way up to the end of the GFS midnight run, we're looking unsettled, really, with low pressure North Scotland bringing further showers, if not longer spells of rain, and quite cool west to northwesterly winds as well. This is how the GFS 6 there is looking, again, rather unsettled for the northern and western areas anyway, at the end of the week with this area of low pressure, bringing wet weather into the northwest, mainly dry, and we still ridge down in the south, a little bit warmer there too. And then moving up towards the early part of next week, low pressure comes closer to us off the Atlantic, probably brings some rain into more southern areas and lowers the temperature again as well. However, by day 10, it looks like we're trying to raise the heights with the GFS 6Z, and actually a little bit more successfully with 6Z compared to the midnight run, as high pressure in the extended just take over. Nice ridge building in from the Atlantic, that will turn us a lot drier and warmer there into the second half of June. Not for long, the high pressure then starts to pull back out west again, around those cooler northwesterly winds and showery conditions back in. But for a while anyway, the GFS 6Z does turn a little bit more drier and warmer. If you enjoyed the video, then please can you hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed to our channel, thank you so much for doing that, and drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. Thank you so much, everyone. GM, again, looking rather unsettled at the end of the week, particularly to the north and west, bringing wet wind weather into northwestern areas over next weekend. Again, rather showery, low pressures away to the north, high pressure away to west-southwest, bringing in these showery west to northwesterly winds. Up to the middle of next week, again, looks quite unsettled. New area of low pressure just to the southeast. That brings heavy rain and strong winds into this southeastern corner all the way up toward day 10. Looks pretty mixed, to say the least, with showery conditions never all that far away. And then the ECM is, again, looking rather wet and windy at the end of this week. A little bit dry and warmer down in the south, but wet and windy in the northwest. Into next week, rather showery with low pressure, never all that far away, all the way up to day 10. There will be some ridges, particularly more southern areas, but bring the odd day or two here and there of drier, warmer weather. However, overall, it looks unsettled with low pressure bringing unsettled conditions in off the Atlantic with showers and maybe even some longer spells of rain too. This is the precipitation forecast based on that ECM run from Tometeo.com. So showery, really showery weather. A batch of wet weather came across the country on Wednesday, for example. And then we like showers at the end of the week and into the weekend as well, particularly for more northern western areas. The south will have a few days of drier weather, but by the middle of the month, this is 15th of June, more wet weather is coming into the south, and all the way up toward day 10, looking rather showery there. This gives the option on the table within the ECM ensemble today for day 10, which will get us to the 16th of June. 51 out of 51 members of the ECM ensembles, all of them, including the controlling operational run, with low pressure over to the northwest of the country, and we're bringing in these westerly winds, so looking rather showery and a little bit unsettled up to day 10. And in 2 weeks' time, this is the option map we've got. Takes us to the 21st of June. Again, 51 out of 51 members of the ECM ensembles, all of them with high pressure ridging in the Atlantic going northwards, and then probably some sort of shallow trough through here, so keeping things rather showery up to day 14. 732 weeklies looking like this. These are 500 millibar heights along break down to week periods. The first week period will take us from the 5th to the 11th of June. The coming week we'll have high pressure to the south, low pressure will be away to the northwest, and winds will be coming in from a westerly direction. So, looking rather showery in week 10, and it goes more or less for week 2 actually. This is the 12th to the 18th of June, with a trough of low pressure and more or less right over top of the coach, so obviously that is going to be really quite unsettled. Week 3 is going to be the 19th to the 25th of June. The high pressure is reaching through the North Atlantic and heading to Greenland. There's probably a trough of low pressure through here with a dip in the jet stream. So again, that could be rather showery and cool. And then we go to the week 4, which will be the 26th of June to 2nd of July. High pressure then. High pressure then is going to be pulled out. That high pressure is going to be pulled out to our west, trough of low pressure in Scandinavia, so probably bringing in the wind from a coolish and rather showery northwesterly direction up to the early part, beginning of July. Temperature anomalies for week 1, 5th to the 11th of June, looking a little bit above average. It's going to be slightly warmer week than we've had so far for June. Week 2, 12th to the 18th of June, close to average with the temperature anomaly then, perhaps ever so slightly above, but not a particularly big deviation. Week 3 will be the 19th to 25th of June. Again, it's a little bit above average. And then week 4, 26th of June, 2nd of July, perhaps closer to normal. Certainly doesn't look excessively hot in the weekend, and might even be a little bit on the cool side. Precipitation anomalies for week 1, slightly above average rainfall, especially so for Ireland, England and Wales. Week 2 also looks unsettled. This is going to be the 12th to the 18th of June, rather above average with precipitation then. Week 3, which is going to be the 19th, 25th of June, near normal, still perhaps a little bit above average for the north, and then no signal by the time you get through to week 4, which is the 26th of June to the 2nd of July. Finally, CFS32 monthly forecast for July. Look away now if you want a hot month and a hot, a hot July, because going 700 millibar heights on, we're going for lots and lots of high latitude blocking, high pressure within the northern latitudes, and a bit of middle Atlantic ridge with a trough of low pressure part over the top of the UK. That looks grim. If that comes off, that looks like a grim July. The temperature anomaly shows no signal. But with that, I'd expect a rather cool month, if anything, perhaps a bit below average with temperature anomaly and precipitation anomaly. Very weak signal, but ever so slightly above average. Again, with that trough of low pressure parked over the top of the temperature, you'll expect a cool, wet month, really, especially with that northern blocking going on. A bad July, if you want hot, dry weather. A good July if you like cool, wet weather. But, it's early days, so I wouldn't worry about that anyway. It's very, very early days for that. So, let's see what happens through June before we worry about July. Right, if you've enjoyed the video, then please can you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for doing that. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about this all of our videos. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that for us. Right, we're done then. So we'll be back tomorrow, probably with 10 to 14 days. As I say, I might have a day off, just take it one day at a time, I think, at the moment. It's the best thing to do. So I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But 10 to 14 days, hopefully, will be released tomorrow. Right, so you enjoy the rest of your Monday and provisional mode. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.